to go on to and fro.
3.
I face and so I'm not to face Ramsar. Yeah, one minute.
Yeah, that one.
Testing the sound. Testing the sound. Acha, Pradam Sabro Shri Bradandavan Vihari Lal Ki Jai. Sitaram Namaste to each and every one of you. As we all gather here, my dear friends, to bear witness to this Anti-Shri Sanskar. At this time, I invite each and every one of you, please let us all stand. Something wrong. Let us all clasp our hands as we all close our eyes as we pray, as we meditate upon the divine being, Sri Bhagavan Krishna. As we ask Bhagavan Krishna to please partake of this soul, Atman Paramatma once more. As the children of this home here, they are gathered here today, friends and relatives, to offer and pour their love for the devotion for that of the father of that of the home. We pray and we ask Bhagavan for the blessings of each and every one of us to continue to guide the soul to its destination. Everybody, take his name in your mind as you pray, as you offer this prarthana, as you offer this prayer now. Who's his correct name?
Ramasar, my father, right? Ramasar, Rampersad.
Your name is Ramasar, Rampersad.
Yeah.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Om Apavitra Pavitroha Sarvastangatopi va Yahasmarit Pundrakaksham Sabhabhyabhyandre Suche Namaha. Om Shri Vishnuda 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 Vishnu Pradmatmi Shri Purdam Shasagre Mukshri Mase Eti Paushamase Shri Krishna Pakshitao Om Shri Dvardashitao Nardamasya Vrishikradasi Nardamasya Eti Vrishikradasinan Vishnakshatra Nardamasya Eti Chunadadeshe Atlantic Caribbean Sagre Vaivaswat Nardamasya Namaha Shri Cunupia Cunupia Nardamasya Namaha Iti Grihasashradam Shriti Pitana Namasya Shriti Ramasar Rampersad Nardamasya Iti Radasakanam or Iti call your last name Iti Jadvanardamasya Saputra Nardamasya Saparivanardamasya Namaha Iti Pindanardam Sangrapam Iti Kradaveva Hardaveva Shriti Anteshti Sanskar Sarpujanam Sangrapam Kareshi Namaha Se Om Shri Krishna Arpanam Om Shri Hari Om Tat Sat Namaha. Bita, please leave the flowers here. Uncle, come son. Come son. Come son. This is his son, right?
Yeah.
Come son. Acha, everyone, please take your seat.
One.
So at this time, I think everybody should know the protocol. If anyone have any mobile device or any cell phone with them, would you please kindly place it on silent or switched off for mere respect for the departed one. So son, you're going to hold this here now. Ollie, give somebody your phone. Give one of them a phone. Give somebody your phone. Or you'll keep it around. On silent, right? Or touch the image, please. Right? Put it like this. Hands like this. Watch, uncle. Okay. Touch Ganesh. Right? Everybody hands like that? Very good. Sprinkle water, walk around the body. Om iti adya. Walk, huh? Om iti adya mugotrasya. Okay, egg. Watch. So. Watch to this hand. So. Next hand. Come and see next hand. Right here. Acha. Om iti adya mugotrasya amuk pradetasya pradetanamasya Shriti Janardam Sangrapam Kardeshi Merdadhete Tu Pratashitam Namam Iti Mitre Stane Shavat Nibit Eshati Binnu Merdadhete Tu Pratashitam. Acha, very good. ओम श्री गोत्रस्य अमुक प्रदेतस्य प्रदेतनामस्य चंद्रम संकृपम कर्देशी नमः. So jittery situation, we will touch your body. We're going to use this as his body, right? So this is effigy. So touch your son, this finger. Om tarakam cha mahapunyam pavitram papanasharam apara hardate nityam lalati harde chandram pavitrapati nardmasya mirna tarakam cha mahapunyam pavitrapati nardmasya Trakam Chamahapunyam Pavitram Papradasharam Aparda Hardati Nityam Dalati Hardi Chandram Prati Grahana Devisha. Walk around the body, one round please. Touch again. Omiti Adya Amugotrasya Amuk Pradetasya Pradetanamasya Shriti Khandarvardam Sarvati Puyam Mirdadhiti Tu Vardashatam Namam. Acha, very good son. Dinesh, this is the malas.
Yeah.
Right, offer by the door, right? Yeah. Om iti adyamugotrasya amuk pradetasya pradetanamasya. Okay. Eni pushvardanam sankrapam kardeshe. Just so. Kardeshe mirdadhiti. तो प्रतिशताम ओम इति अद्यमुगोत्रस्य अमुक प्रदेतस्य प्रदेतनामस्य right son इति पुष्पवर्धनम संकल्पम हृदयेशे मेर्दाधीति तो प्रतिशताम ओम इति पुष्पवर्धनम संकल्पम ओम इति पुष्पवर्धनम संकल्पम Kardeshe Merdadete Tu Pratashatam. Continue, go back to your respective places. Continue touching, please. Taking your time. I'm going to now do an RT 5 times, right, son? Go now. Om Shri Adimugotrasya Mukpradetasya Pradetanamasya Shrideti Dipuyam Merdadete To Pratashatam. Jai Krishna Hari Shri Krishna Hari Dukhiyon ko dukha dhoor kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hari. जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशार का ढोर किनारा हो जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशार का ढोर किनारा हो और कोई न केवन पाना हो फिर तू ही पेरा पार करो. जय 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 कृष्ण हरि जय कृष्ण हरि श्री कृष्ण हरि दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरि तो चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे. तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे. पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा. जो भी तेरा ध्यान हरे फिर जो भी तेरा ध्यान हरे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख Krishna Hari. Prince Bro Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. I'll just hold on one second. So, due to the situation of COVID, right? We really can't do the 5 steps right here, right? So we're going to do everything right here itself, right? This is why this body here, it is the effigy, which is symbolic of that of the human body, because unfortunately we will not be able to touch this physical body. So this is what we're going to do everything here, right? So Dinesh, hold this in your hand, like this one. Om iti adya amuk gotrasya amuk pretasya pretnamasya. Very good. Iti eshate pindo me radhete tau pratashatam. Any white ones? Open your hands, son. All right, very good. Please sit some like the sun. Om iti adimugotrasya amukpradetasya pradetnamasya iti jaladardo sankarpam kardeshe merdadete tu pratashatam. This one matches it up. Kare, Arti, 3 times. Om iti adya amugotrasya amukpradetasya Pradetanamasya Shradayati Deepo Yame Radheti Tau Pratashatam. Chalataru Sankarpam Kardeshi. Right. Son, hold this in your hand. Om iti adyamugotrasya amukpradetasya pradetanamasya Shrayatim gotrasya amukpradetasya pradetanamasya Iti dvardashipinnu me radhete Tau Pratashatam. Om ityam gotrasya mukpradetasya pradetanamasya chaladardo sankarpam kardeshi merdadeti to pratashatam. Om ityam gotrasya mukpradetasya pradetanamasya shradeti deepo ya merdadeti to pratashatam. Right. Right. Om Shriti Indraya Namaha. So. Right. Om Shriti Vardhanaya Namaha. Forward like that, right? No problem, son. Right? Om Shriti Somaya Namaha. Good, son. Here now. Om Shri Yamayati Namaha. Om iti adimugotrasya amukpradetasya pradetanamasya Shri iti chatrave kechar nimit yeshiti pinnume radiyate to pratashatam. Open your hands, son. Om iti adimugotrasya mukpradetasya pradetanamasya kardram pushpanaram sankarpam kushasanam sankramya radiyate to pratashatam. Om iti adimugotrasya mukpradetasya pradetanamasya Shradeti deepo yam merdadheti tu pratashatam. Om surya chakshahu kakshatu nardamasya shriti pavan pavanakam sayapabhutrasham swacham pratigradhana devisha. Once again. Come, son. Om Shriti Indraya Namaha. Once again, son. Om Shriti Vardhanaya Namaha. Again, Vinesh, right here. Om Shraditi Somaya Namaha. Once more. Om Shri Yamaya Namaha. Om itim gotrasya mukpradetasya pradetanamasya iti vishvante bhutanam nimit eshite pinmerdadete to pratashatam. Om itim gotrasya mukpradetasya pradetanamasya kalatram sankarpam kushasardam merdadete to pratashatam. Clarity. Om Shri Mugotrasya Mukpradetasya Pradetanamasya Shradeti Deepo Yame Radheti To Pratashatam. Once again, Arti. Om Itiram Gotrasya Amukpradetasya Pradetanamasya Shradeti Deepo Yam Surya Kakshatu Nardamasya Me Radheti To Pratashatam. Come again, son. Om Shri Ti Indraya Namaha. Once again. Om Shri Ti Vardhanaya Namaha. Once again, son. Om Shri Ti Sumaya Namaha. Finally here. Om Shri Yamaya Namaha. Om Iti Aram Gotrasya Amukpradetasya Pradetanamastya. Facing direction. Shri Ti Om Itim Gotrasya Amukpradesya Pradetanamastya Shavahastya Sardak Nimit Eshri Bin Merdadiyate. To Pratashatam. Come again, son. Om iti kaldram sankrapam kardayashe merdadete to pratashatam. Om iti chaladardo sankrapam kardayashe. अच्छा प्रथम से प्रदोष हृदय इति वृंदावन विहार लाल की जय. At this time, my dear friends, it is customary where we would call upon a friend, a family member, if he or she they wish to say anything on behalf of Uncle G, they may come and do so now, please. Just turn it on. Turn it to you. Once you get, you talk. So this is what we're doing here. The next step after this is the Hawani, right? You have anything to say?
No.
By chance, are you going home?
Yeah.
To take a stop?
Yeah.
So what time will you want to finish this ceremony here for you to go up? About half.
We just want our water to do that stuff.
Recently, Rampersad, which is Sham, my sister also, Joyce, delayed Joyce, Lakshman Rampersad, Gupchan Rampersad, Anjani Rampersad, also Kamla Rampersad, and myself, Michelle Jagannath. I want to say that my brother, I never really grew up with my brother. I really knew him when I was about 10 years of age. And he used to live in Cunupia. That is when he met my sister-in-law. And I never had much interaction with him as a young girl, but I had interaction with him when I was a teenager.
Come up closer to him, Mike.
More closer? That's when I get to know him a lot better. My brother is a very kind person, very generous. To anyone who wanted help, anything that anybody wanted, he would render to them. He never turned down anyone. He always did his best. And I know my parents, my sisters who are past, would be very proud of him. They will accept him. And he will be very missed by all of us, especially my sister. I cannot tell how sorry I am for what today, but all of us have to face the reality of today. All of us have to face it up and be strong. Be strong. And there is a little knowledge and wisdom I would like to leave with you all here today. In a person's life, there has 4 names. 4 names. The first name they have is when you were born. The father goes to the guru or the pandit to get a name for them. That is what they call the Rasi name. To check and see whether or not if you're born in a good time or bad time. That is what they call the Rasi name. That is the first name. The second name is what the mother and father decides to give to the child. That is the second name that the child carries, which is goes to the birth certificate. That is what the child is named. The third name is the name that people will call him Ganesh. They will call him Ram, they might call him Baldhead. You know, that is the nickname. It's the third name that is given to a human. And the fourth name, which is the most important name, is the name that you make for yourself here and the hereafter. That is a food for thought for everyone to understand. I hope you all can understand that. I thank all my family who is watching on YouTube and all my family who are here. I sympathize with my nephew, my niece, my sister-in-law. I am so sorry. At the end, I hope that she can have some, what should I say, she will be flat, but at the end, let her have some comfort, and I have to know that he's in a better place, and he's not suffering. No. I'm so sorry, and I'm so sorry to the family. Being a sister of Ramasar, I have so much memories of him, and if I were to say it will be forever. And I thank all of us, everyone here who came, and I'm so happy that all of us are here today. As we all say in a funeral, we have to put sitting, we have to put standing, but there is only one person alive, which is the body, which is the corpse. And in birth, we come out lying and we go back lying now. We came from the Creator lying, and we will go back to the Creator. And I want to thank each and every one of us. I hope that you all can learn from something that I've said today and understand what I've said. And I thank each and every one of you. May God bless each and every one of you. And to my brother, I wish you a pleasant journey. And I know you are with the ancestors, and I know everything will work out to be perfect. Thank you all. God bless each and every one of you.
Acha, Pradam Sabrado, Shurday, Team Pradam Hardy, Lalaki, Jai, my dear friends. For all the women who are here, please place your urn on your head. That is very important as a Hindu woman. That is given to you in that dharmic way, that you must cover your head in that of respect at all times. Acha. Let us all clasp our hands as you all close our eyes, as you pray, as you offer pratna in our own simple way. Whether you pray to Ram, Krishna, Allah, Buddha, or Christ, we offer our prayer to Uncle Ji in a very simple way now. Hari Om Om Patraya Pratibhuhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Puran Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advait Amritam Vardashani Bhagavatim Ashtadashatyahinim Amba Tvam Anusandhadami Bhagavata Gite Bhavadvaishanim Om Namostute Vyasa Vishala Bodhi Pularavindraya Patranetraha Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Puranaha Prajvalito Jnanahi Pradipaha. Everybody simply recite after me. Say Om Gita Ganga Chagayatri Sita Satya Saraswati Brahma Vidya Brahmavali Trisandhya Mukti Gehini Ardramatra Chidananda Bhava Agni Bhai Nashini Vedatre Pradhananta Tatvarta Gyan Manjari. Om Shri Gita Mata Debhyai Namaha. Pradam Sapradosh Pradayeti Pradandam Miharde Lalaki Jai. Sitaram Namaste, and it is good afternoon to each and every one of you. My dear friends, as we gathered here for Uncle G to say our last goodbye to this physical body, the individual that he was a very unique person, I must say. The first time I ever encountered him was actually a funeral. I want to believe it is his father, right? His father's funeral. And you believe it or not. For me to speak to this man, everybody was standing up, we was all praying, and this man's phone started ringing. And a chutney song, some kind of rum song come up. And I had to tell him, Uncle G, slow down a little bit. You watch me, he smile, and he take it off. You know, he was different than any one of us here. He would help you, but he mightn't be there with you. When I tell you, if you have a puja, he will help you prepare for the puja, probably pick all the bamboo and everything, but you'll be vanishing. That was the type of person. You see Auntie G there? She would be, like if they were operating side by side, she would be foot to foot in the puja, preparing everything for the puja to make sure the puja is complete. But they were both yin and yang, right? They were both different, opposite, right? Kindness in different ways. He will do his part, and when his part is completed, she will continue. And this is something that we won't have again. He's a true gem that we have lost. Everybody, as they say, to each his own. Everybody have a certain unique way about themselves. And the type of person he was, the last time I was by him performing puja for this child, right? He made sure he had everything for the puja, and he completed everything, but he was watching cricket. And that was the man, the man liked these type of things. He was a very lively, sprightly type of person. He is not a person to stay one place for long. He always going about. He would never stand still. He would never procrastinate about something. To do it, he was done, and he would get it done. That is the man he was. And for the children of the home, I want you and every one of you to take up a lesson from his life. Even though it might be godly in that form, right? As I said, service to humanity is service to God. That is exactly what he did. That was the man himself. There's a saying, some might go and pick the flowers, and some might go and pray. But the man who picked the flowers for you to go and pray is the one who gets more blessing than the one who go and pray. And that is the man he was. I tell no lie here today. That is the person that I saw, and that is the person that I knew. And he would always be there to lend support in any little way. To ask for help, he will never ever refuse you. Even the day for the funeral, he didn't even argue with me to say, Baba, well, leave it so. He just smiled, he watched me, and he take it off. And that is the thought that I will always have with him. He grew with himself, with his Dharmapatni, and his fine young men, his children, his sons, who will take on a legacy. And you too, Dinesh, and the rest of you, you will all take care by his traits. When someone asks for assistance, do it out of the love and devotion. Although you might be there to assist in the prayers, you do your part. And that is how we will live amongst each other together as one, right? There's a difference between someone saying something and someone doing something. Yeah? I could say, go and pray to God, right? And I myself doing pray to God. I could tell you what to do, but I myself don't do what it is. You see, there's a saying in the scriptures, when you go in the morning to pray in the altar, whether it be temple, church, mosque, right? And you see the man sweeping with the broom in the temple, the church, or the mosque. Some of us will see he looking untidy, right? And he might look too present to every one of us. But He making sure you have a clean place to go and pray at the end of the day. And that is something that you must be grateful for. Let me tell you something. Huh? Yes. That is the person that He was. He was a person who prepared everything, prepare the pathway. He might prepare the pathway for you to go to meet God, right? And the rest is for you to go and just walk on that path. That is the person He was. And that is what we're going to miss. We're going to miss His kindness in His certain different way as an individual. Even look at Him right now. He looks just as how He is. You know, sometimes you go many funerals and you see the body and it doesn't look as the same as it is. But if there's one thing as a pundit I always understand, when you die, that name that you have with the body no longer resides there. Because you don't go and say, go and take out daddy, you say, go and take out the body from the hearse. You know that? You lose the name, you lose the title in that form. Just as everything in this life, my dear friends, we will lose physically, right? But spiritually, we will never ever lose God. You will lose all the wealth. Your mother, your father, your house, your land, your children, your car, every single thing you lose. But the one thing that you don't ever lose is what? God. And God never ever turned His back on His children. You see, let me tell you something. Huh? This situation that we're undergoing right here is a very sad situation. I ran late here today because I was actually at the next COVID funeral. Let me tell you something. As my existence in this world, I'm not that old, right? My existence in this world, I have never ever encountered so many funerals, one after one after one. I have to cancel all puja just to compensate or to help people with funeral. I'm talking from old people, I'm talking from yesterday, we do a 17-year-old girl child funeral. And this is so sad. It is really getting to everyone. And if you as individuals in society don't understand that time is too short, well then you miss the bus. Right? I always tell people this way. You might go to funeral, you might go to church, temple, mosque, and the pastor and the pundit and the imam go always preach. Try to make every day count. Don't have no animosity, no hatred, no violence, no bickering with one another. You're seeing brother and sister fighting down the line for all types of things in this world. But at the end of the day, bit, when you're dead, you carry any piece of thing with you? You ever see anybody carry a piece of land with them? You ever see anybody take any daksha from the pocket and do it? You ever see the car in the house ever go with them in the box? Nothing. What you gain? You make yourself too foolish. And I say and I repeat, you make yourself very foolish to fight for unnecessary things in this world. The most important thing you should fight is for your life to live in this world. And fight for peace with one another. Because if we don't be our brother's keeper from our biblical scriptures, right? And help one another, right? Well, then we have failed, Auntie Ruby. We have failed. But I think, honestly, as human beings, we have failed. Honestly, we have really failed. Because we have nothing to produce, to show what we have done for others. But you see, we do our best in every way. In God's eyes, we are one. You're not ugly. You're not prettier. The one who's singing and the one who's singing Kamsur, right? God looks at us as one at the end of the day. You know what God sees in every one of us? What He sees? Your heart. God knows your heart, and that is what it is. But when I say we have failed, what I'm trying to show you, when we in this world continue to fight for necessary things, we will fail. But when we learn to put our lives, right, at the lower state in this world, right, and look above and help others in society. You know, people say when you're climbing up a ladder, right, you have those who push you down, and those who will help you. Uncle G is the one who will help you. He might be going on his destination, right, and you know, he can't do it, but he will do it, and he will make sure he accomplishes it, and he might even make sure you reach on top of the ladder before he reach. That is the sacrifice you have done, and Ganesh and the rest of you. If you don't understand from this lesson that your father have left for us, right? You will live through the legacy of your father now. When anybody see you, you will see that is his son. You know, I always remember when you go to any satsang and you go to any place, right? Old time people, the first thing they would ask you, they want to know if you're a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever, you know. They're going to ask you, babe, whose son?
You are.
You is. The English different, but you know what I mean, right? Whose son is? And then, wait, from that, they know generation, from your generation, your background, say, you know, I know your grandfather. But today, people live in our life to put letters behind their name, to recognition in that form. But let me tell you, God don't see rich man and poor man, and God don't see sick and healthy. Because when you die, son, right? It ain't no rich man fire and poor man fire. It ain't no rich man dirt and poor man dirt. Ashes to ashes and dust to us, to all in this world. And this is what we must learn to understand. And I want to share this story with you. Long time ago, in ancient India, Lord Krishna and Arjun was in a village. And there was a poor Brahmin beggar. A Brahmin, which is that one of the studies, of the religious studies, who don't partake of meat, no alcohol whatsoever, but he would beg. And one day, he decided to go and beg Arjun for some alms. But he saw Lord Krishna, but he was kind of intimidated to go to the Lord for help. So he went to Arjun. And Arjun, when he dipped in his pocket, my dear friends, Arjun pulled out some gold coins. He gave it to the beggar and he will be, right? And the beggar rejoiced and be happy. But there's a saying, when you want something, somebody else wanted more than you. So he said, and he will be, while walking, right, back to his home, a bandit saw what he got, and a bandit came and robbed him. The Brahmin beggar, he started to cry, he condemned himself, and he said, I can't even get help for myself. He went, he explained to his wife, word reached back to the village, what happened. Next morning, he did what he did. He's a beggar, he went back and begged. He went back to Arjun again, children, right? And when he went to Arjun this time, Arjun didn't have no gold coins, but this time he had written 1 diamond. And he took the diamond and he gave it to the beggar. Now the beggar was very careful this time. He watched up, down, left, right, all around, and the bandit is nowhere to be found. He took the diamond, he held it to his heart, and he rushed home quickly. And in his kitchen, he found a pot where his wife had. He placed the diamond in the pot, he covered it with a lid, and he pushed it way back in the kitchen counter. He told his wife, whatever is in this pot, don't interfere it, leave it, let it be. I don't want you to touch any pot. Being a humble wife that she is, she left that pot. But it is said that day she went to get some water from the river. You know, long time auntie, they didn't have no water, right? So she went and get water from the river. But while stepping out from the river, her ankle twists into one of the rocks, right? And she happened to fall. And the pot that she was taking the water, son, right, happened to fall and hit on one of the rock. What happened now? That pot, it got a hole. When that pot got a hold, she think to her mind, how many water can I take back to my home with that? Then she's thinking, you know what? My husband have a pot. I will use the pot, dry the pot, and place it back. She did not know what it had, so she did that. Unknowingly, she dipped the pot in the water. How does the river flow? Downstream. The diamond came out of that pot, and a fish was swimming there, and the fish swallowed the diamond. The diamond was lost. She went home, she dried the pot, she placed it there. The Brahmin beggar, he got up, he went into the pot. When he saw, nothing. He explained to his wife what happened. She said, but I did not know. And now he condemned himself. He said, no matter what happens in my life, I cannot get help in this world. So now he goes back to the village for the 3rd time. And this time he's feeling shame to ask Arjun, because Arjun helped him so many times. So this time he went to Lord Krishna. He said, Krishna Bhagwan, could you please help me? And the Brahmin beggar, he stretches his hand. Lord Krishna pulls out a penny. Son, how much a penny could buy for you? Nothing. Not even them days he could buy anything for you. He looked at a penny and he said, what this can buy for me? This can't even buy food. But being a beggar, he accepted it with pride and he placed it in his pocket. Going along the road now, he's going and he's watching the penny and he's talking to himself. He said, this penny cannot buy nothing for me, but nevertheless, I will make it do. And walking by now, he happened to see a boat coming into the port. And that boat coming to the port, what happens now? 2 fishermen is holding a fish, this big fish. But the fish now is begging for its life to go into the water. That is what his mind is seeing. And he said, you know what? I'm going to ask the fisherman to trade this penny for the fish. I will not take the fish, but I will set it free. So he did that. The fishermen saw it. They say, you know what, we'll get an extra penny. He will throw the fish in the water. We will catch it at the end of the day. So he did that. It is stated at that time he was going to put the fish back into the water. But he realized that the fish doesn't want to go into the water. The fish is gasping for breath, air. And he watches in the mouth of the fish. And he sees the diamond. But it is said at that point, that time, and you will be, the bandit was coming there, and this time he had no mask, son, right? And he had no mask, and the beggar, he said, "You, I found you. You have stolen from me. Now I know who you are." The bandit now is thinking that he knows who he is, and if he knows who he is, he will go to the king. He will relate to him what happens, and the king will behead him. So the bandit now, he went and take the gold, and even much more than whatever he had home, and he take it and he put it at the Brahmin's feet, and he said, "Please, please forgive me." So now the beggar, he has the diamond and he has the gold. So Arjun and Lord Krishna, everything in this world has a meaning. Arjun and Lord Krishna, they are speaking to each other, and Arjun said, "Krishna Bhagwan, how is it that my diamond and my gold could not help this beggar, but your penny could help this beggar?" And this is the type of person he is. He said, "Oh Arjun, when a man begs for his own selfish needs, he gains nothing in this world. But when he puts others in front and puts his life aside, he will gain everything in this world." This is the individual he was. He was a giver, not a taker. Hear what I'm saying? How many of us could say we do that bit? When we give, we look for something in reward. You know, you go to temple church and the pastor or the pundit will say, "The more you give bit, the more you will get." We're so foolish. We feel that if you give $100, you get back about $200. No, bit is not that. Blessed are those who are blessed by the words of God. When you help an old lady cross the road, right? And she say, "Bit, God bless you." That's better than any $200, isn't it? It is nothing better than blessings of someone telling you, "God bless your child." It mightn't be physical in that form, right? But it is spiritual. And that is where you create your spiritual bank account. So my dear friends, we are moving to get over time. And I don't want to take too much time again. So, Beta, Ali come son. Ali place all the flowers right here. So Nom Mataji, right? I will invite the immediate family to come, place the flowers, and pay their humble respects. Mama, you could come, you could sit down here on this side, right? Everybody would come, and all will come here, offer your flowers, and pay your respects. However, nobody's going to do arati because we're not going to transfer the arati to everyone to be touching that one arati. So, place your flowers, social distance yourself, my dear friends, and come here. For the women who will come into the box, if you're going to come, please have a urni on your head. Huh? All you could stand up on the side here. Right? Hari Om, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. पिंजरी की पंचीरे तेरा तरत रचाने को, तेरा तरत रचाने को, पिंजरी के पंचीरे तेरा तरत नचाने कोई, तेरा तरत नचाने कोई, बाहर सतू का मोशर ढीरो, भीतर भीतर रोइए, भीतर भीतर रोए, तेरा तरत नचाने कोई, तेरा तरत नचाने कोई, कह न सके तो अपनी कहानी, तेरी भी पंछी क्या जिंदगारी रे, कह न सके तो अपनी कहानी, तेरी भी पंछी क्या जिंदगारी रे, ये पद का देश है पगले, कोई न तेरा तोय, तेरा तरत नचाने कोई, तेरा तरत नचाने कोई, पिंजरे के पंचीरे तेरा तरत नचाने कोई, तेरा तरत नचाने को। प्रभु जी मेरे आओ, 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 बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंदम, हे दुनिया हे प्रभु की माया, भजले गोविंदम, भजले गोविंद बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंदम, हे दुनिया हे प्रभु की माया, भजले गोविंदम, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ, चारों रमया भय उदासी, चारों रमया भय उदासी, अकिया हरिदर शन की प्यासी, आप प्यास मीठे आओ जियाओ आओ, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ, बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंदम, ये दुनिया हे प्रभु की माया, बचले गोविंदम, बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंदम, ये दुनिया हे प्रभु की माया, बचले गोविंदम, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ, बिनती तेरा प्रभु को ही न जानी, बिनती तेरा प्रभु को ही न जानी, प्रभु तुझे प्रभु को ही न वाले, आप मुरली बजाओ जियाओ अबाओ, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ, बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंदम, हे दुनिया हे प्रभु की माया, बचले गोविंदम, बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंदम, हे दुनिया हे प्रभु की माया, बचले गोविंदम, Bhajale Govindam, Bhajale Govindam. Prim Sabalo Shri Deep, Brindamam Vihari Nalaki, Jai. Let the soul stand, please. Come, Vita. Come, sir. It is stated in the Vivaha Sanskar, which is that of the wedding ceremony. One of the vows states that may we continue to live in peace and love until the Creator has chosen to take us of this world. In any sanskar, they always say us, they never say just one individual you. And no one could know, just leave her alone. No one could understand what she's going through at this time. It is like living in this world with no air and living in existence with no meaning. Her meaning and her life has been taken away. But Mama, you still have your sons and you have that to carry on. Never forget, and you as children, you have to be the man of the home now, because your father is no longer with you in that physical form. We pray and we ask of you, Bhagwan, to please humbly accept what we have all offered here, to each and every one of us as individual, whatever little prayer that we have offered. We ask Bhagwan to bless the soul and for the soul to be one with you. As we, friends and family and relatives, pour our love in a simple way, asking you, may you please guide the soul to its destination. Let us clasp our hands, let us all close our eyes as we offer prayer now. Hari Om. Om Mantrahinam Grahinam Bhaktihinam Chanardanam Yat Pujitam Yadeha Paripurnam Tadastumi. Om Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bando Chasakha Tvameva Tvameva Vedya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Prim Sabalo Shri Deep Vrindavan Vihari Lalaki. Everyone, please by two, take your seats. Come, son. So is salt. So is salt, eh?
Salt here.
Right? So come. Tell your mommy, just move for a sec, please. You want to do the Hawan right here. Bring that paper bag, different, please. Put it here, please. You get it?
Yeah.
See, I can fall. Oh, that matters. No, it can't fall. Bring the Hawan different one. Let me see the water, please, the Archman. Om Papa Hum Papa Kardam Pas Mudrakaksham Sarva Papa Hardu Hardam Natiacham Suacham Prati Gradhana Divisha. Come, Beta, I'll come here, please. Stand up in front here. Stand it up, mix it up. All a little together, say Swaha, right? On the touch, please. Right, off a little bit, right? Om Lobhya Swaha, Om Tavache Swaha, Om Lohitaya Swaha, Om Mirobhya Swaha, Om Mangsebhya Swaha, Om Snardubhya Swaha, Om Retase Swaha, Om Payave Swaha, Om Sanyasaya Swaha, Om Vyasaya Swaha, Om Pradayasaya Swaha, Om Shoche Swaha, Om Shochate Swaha, Om Shochamanaya Swaha, Om Shokaya Swaha, Om Tapite Swaha, Om Tapise Swaha, Om Damradachaya Swaha, Om Nischay Kritye Namaha Swaha, Om Pradayaschte Namaha Swaha, Om Yamaya Namaha Swaha, Om Damradachaya Namaha Swaha, Om Pitrebhyam Namaha Swaha, Om Pitamahabhya Surahayabhya Surahayabhya Om Prapitamahabhya Surahayabhya Surahayabhya Om Prapitamahabhya Surahayabhya Surahayabhya Om Shri Akshadam Patradvam Shurdabam Shurdabam Swaha. Right? Or for now, Om Sarva Pitrabhyam Namaha Swaha. Come. Right, good. Achman Om Sarva Papharang Devyam Gangeyam Nirmalam Chalam Achim Gretama Purushurtama Viryachim Swachim Prati Grahana Devisha. Walk around with this 5 times around the body. It hot? It hot? It's cool, eh? Yeah. Take all the time. Let us all stand please once more. Om Yam Brahma Vardunendra Vidramardutaha Survante Tebestafai Veraisanga Parikramo Padishadai Kayanti Yam Samaga Dhyanavasi Targate Manasa Pashanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Navedo Surda Surdagana Devaye Tashmei Namaha Om Nari Nidhodeva Shanka Chakra Gradara Akshaya Pundre Kaksham Pradeta Moksha Pradava Om Nardayan Surashishta Lakshmi Kantam Janardanam Anivardhanardam Pradeta Moksha Prado Bhava Pradeta Moksha Prado Bhava Pradeta Moksha Prado Bhava. Right, do sort of living bit. Put it on the box. Right, so I want everybody to understand. Normally, the normal situation of any funeral, we would make the 5 steps, right? Unfortunately, we cannot do that, right? Because the pin will be offered here. Normally, we'll take the chit and walk around, buchar and walk around. We do what, my dear friends, whatever we have and whatever little we do. We don't ever make a problem with it, just as your husband, you ever make a problem with nothing, right? Whatever we do today, the most important thing, it is the love from our heart, right? And some people say things are taken away from us, but we still have life with, right? So we still do and make whatever little thing count in our lives. So if everyone would think that things being done shorthand and you're not seeing these things, how it has been done, we have to do it the situation. As Lord Krishna says, one must learn to live into this world and one must learn how to live out of this world. And one must learn to live within time, right? And this is the present time what we are living in, right? All I can tell each and every one of you is to safeguard yourself and to protect yourself, your homes and your family, right? If you have to go somewhere, go. If you don't have to go and you don't need to go, don't go, right? My dear friends, this virus is not taken by the older or the younger, it is taken everybody, right? So to protect your homes and your family so that we will not have to undergo this circumstance, safeguard yourself, my dear friends, and protect yourself. So this is where our service will be concluded here. The next step, all you will be taking drive and will be going down to the home, and then finally all you will be going to that site, right? So for that, may Bhagwan bless each and every one of you, and may you all have a safe journey to your respectable home. Jai Sitaram. No, leave it alone.